Can you hear me, Mr. Ernie? Let me know when you can if you don't mind. Oh, I heard myself, so I reckon you can. As you can see, I'm chasing this trend right now, so I will get to the formal fun stuff in a bit. I've checked like five times to make sure I'm not on sim, and it looks like we are not on sim today, so. Gotta stick with this. Not quite crashing, obviously, but quite a good trend so far. Dare say Bard may even have a green day if this keeps up. Wouldn't that be something? Ernie, I haven't been able to look up. Is there any explanation yet as to why we're falling out of bed here, seemingly? I don't. He hasn't even started speaking yet, has he? Happens here. See if we can't get some of this warm up filled in as we wait for the probable stop here. You got to think we're way overextended. Alright, so we'll fill in some levels. Whew. Caught me a little off guard there, Ernie. Right out of the gate, just started trending. $4,000 to 410 looks like pretty darn strong. Port, obviously, Barb does not believe in things such as support resistance, so we'll see. Yet, if we're just looking at it, yeah, crystal ball-esque, I would expect some type of relief bounce around here. But boy, that was a big one. So I gotta think more or less untradeable to the long side for me until we get back about 40-50-ish. That was a really significant drop. I was not expecting that. 40-50 to 55. And I guess we'll throw 40-65 up there. 65, 40-85. I guess we'll throw in these lower targets in case they want to get really cute. So 50 to 55 as well. Really 45 to 55. And you know, I'll throw 25 on there. Why not? Why not be bold? After that, 3900, I guess. All right. Open was 51. First 30 was an open auction. It's a trendy TPO, obviously. Waiting for the IBR to come in. Then we will begin the formal briefing, but I want to give them another 10 minutes here to see what happens. Okay. Take a sip of coffee for that one, Mr. Ernie. You're still hanging out. That was full on the automation mode there. Fortunately, no trading errors. Checked again just to make sure the sim's not on, so got all the good entries, no trading errors. Didn't somehow get stopped yet, so we'll see if that holds. So really nice looking start to the day, which I need after yesterday and then Friday's mishap. So just going to start doing the actual script for the briefing, and like I said, I'm going to start at 10:30 today just because I want to see exactly what this IBR is going to be, and I want to see if they do push it back up here. Definitely liquidity vacuum looking to be filled. Put that in the briefing. That'll be my cheers. Oh man. 2-year treasury jumped to the highest since 2007. Got going here. Not a bad start to the day. Nice thick IBR. I'd actually like to see a rotation higher. We can get back involved here, but yeah, I'm starting to get a pretty good feel for the day, and we're going to begin the official briefing very shortly. If you're still there, Ernie, or anybody else. Okay, IBR is in. Couple of these things are outdated, but we're just going to get going and we can do it live. So, cheers to Liquidity Vacuum's retail trading team. This is your routine briefing. We're going to begin today's video by analyzing the latest warm-up, which I'll drag over here. And you can find this document in the comment section of this video. It is updated every day, and I put an as of at the time that's updated, which I didn't do yet today, so we're going to do it right now. There you go. And this just kind of gives you what I'm looking at as we begin the day. We get our key numbers here, which correlates to this document as well, which you can also find in the description in that folder, the routine trading folder. And that's kind of what I'm doing for my day trading strategy. So you can see so far today, I'll drag this away real quick. We caught a nice part of that move. So the thing with Barb is she does give a lot back. So at its peak there, I think we were up about we were up almost 200 points. So you do give that full rotation back. Obviously, no problem. You know, it's second here. I gotta. Looks like my share looks a little weird. In any case, you give a little back, but it's nice to start off the day making a nice profit on that move. So we'll see if we can't get back involved as time goes on. And if you want to check out that strategy again, that's in that document. You can see all the results and stuff, I keep it updated in this futures trade log in the warm-up document. So you have to be the type of trader who doesn't mind losing most of the time, but when you do win, obviously his P&L will get updated. It's pretty nice. So that's what's been going on with Barb. So if we look at the warm-up itself, the inventory overnight, obviously everybody was looking forward to today's Jerome speech or whatever you want to call whatever he's doing. And so there wasn't too much action to look at overnight. Even that first 30, you saw an open auction with nobody really taking a decisive move. And then finally, boom, he comes out with rates are going higher. I think anybody who looks at the economy isn't actually surprised about that. But the market, for some reason, was surprised, or more likely, the big boys are just waiting for this catalyst. And now we're seeing that 2 year at its highest level since 2007. So things are really heating up in the stock market. Um, and that's kind of what we're seeing on the warm up here. We're getting that trend look, and we'll see if the bears can hang on throughout the day. So as we look at the price action itself, uh, man, where do we start? Let's start with the daily. So all my notes are basically useless because of the size of this move. I was not expecting this big of a move, so we just got to look at it really broadly here. And we can see, so first, you see obviously that, I don't even know what those are called, anvil something on the daily candle there yesterday, that some price action traders may say was a harbinger of today's move. I'm not even going to go there. I just want to point that out. It's going to be very important. Yesterday's high. If and when we do pop above that, it's probably when we resume that uptrend. Yet, like I said, if the bears can take advantage of the fuel that they've been given today, you might see that continued down move. As long as we're above those trend lines, for me, I'm maintaining that bullish bias. So it's nice to catch that big short. Yet we'll have to see if it holds. So above the VWAP, above all the SMAs, uh, the way I'm looking at this right now is it was just a bit of a dump, but it's not continuing. You're not seeing any type of crash type action yet. I say yet. It's only, what time is it? 10:34. So a lot can happen throughout the rest of the day after they run the stops or fill the liquidity vacuum, whatever they're doing here. Yeah, big picture, I think we still do remain in that bullish pose. So we'll be watching that closely as time goes on. Yeah, just for the rest of the day, I'm watching what happens between this 4,000 area and that really probably overnight high. If we can get back that far, I do not expect to go back to the open. If I'm being honest with you, I think that you have to respect the strength of that move this morning. So we'll see what happens from there, and we'll look to trade around that. But still, big picture, it looks like a big move intraday. Yet to me, it's not. It's not the bull market is not yet over. There will be some dip buying. I don't know where. I don't know when. Yet I think there's still plenty of spots for our good friends, the Invincible Bulls, to get back involved. So looking at the TPO, you see we created one single in that move. We took out this ugly structure that, if you recall in the yesterday's briefing, I was saying that they like to revisit those ugly structural points when we create them, usually pretty quickly, and you saw that today. So those are now nice and cleaned up, and we'll watch what happens around the single that we just created at about 40 between 40.45 and 40.50. Really correlates nicely with that overnight low, that 15-minute or 15-minute first 15-minute low, whatever that level is, about that 40.48 there. And we'll see how they react when we pop up there. So now that we have, so fun little rule, you'll see me talk about the 80% rule sometimes. If miraculously we do pop up and start trading inside yesterday's value, so we clean up that single and hang out there for, I think it's 2 30-minute periods. Let me double check for you because this could be interesting. Get it? So stand by. Yes, 2 consecutive 30-minute periods. If we start hanging out back in that 40-50 area, we're looking to revisit the other side of value, which is 15 points away, so nothing crazy. I think, actually, let me remove the rightmost merge. Yeah, about 40.65, they do that, so just a note to watch as the day develops here. I'm looking for hopefully another short entry. I'd love to see them go and take out that single and then set up for a nice move back to the downside. So we'll see what happens there. Besides that, in the TPO, if we do continue to move down this 4,000 to, I think, 40.10 area, not only do we have that naked POC, from that Friday trend move. We also have the 50 SMA and yearly view up around there as well. So I think that's a strong support, and I'm not surprised at all to see us bounce there like we did. So just kind of be watching those levels as well. Going back to that warm-up document, you can see the levels here, and I will change this throughout the day if we do get any type of significant trend move to reflect that. So these are the levels that I'm watching, and I do keep that updated throughout the day. And I will also keep this TPO section updated. So you've seen the past couple days a lot of migration to that double distribution, which is just it's a drop down here, so you can watch that throughout the day as well. And I do my best to keep everybody, my lovely 70 followers, updated on Twitter. So one more piece to look at for the puzzle here is volatility, and I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm going to guess before I click on it, we have not seen that big of a jump in volatility on this move. So let's take a look. And what do you know? We actually just made a new low. I would not have expected that. Wow. Well, that's going to be the headline of the newsletter today. Volatility has made a lower low, and it is in fact very red on the day. The VIX itself is red on the day, and wow, yeah, I was not expecting to see that. So I'm gonna text my friend that real quick here, if you don't mind. Okay. Sorry for the interruption, but that is, like I said, I hadn't looked at it, so that's really interesting. And man, I don't know what to make of that. So I guess it just kind of supports that bullish assumption. We've been saying, or I've been saying, that as long as we're above the trend lines, we have to assume that that 2022 bear market was cyclical, and volatility continues to support that. So watch this throughout the day. If we do pop back above that high that we made in the morning, maybe we'll see a continuation of the move. Yet that was a pretty convincing rejection near that prior low in volatility. So that's what this horizontal is. It's that low from the beginning of February on the VIX futures contract, and you're seeing that rejection there. So definitely watch volatility throughout the day. So 1960 is going to be the level there for a continued move. Yeah, really surprised to see that we're red in volatility after the 2-year jumps to the highest level since 2007. Our good friend Jerome says they're going to have to raise rates higher than expected. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we'll watch how that develops throughout the day. So besides that, I think we're going to have a lot more clarity for tomorrow's briefing. So be looking forward to that. I will be, like I said, nice and active on Twitter to keep everybody updated with what I'm seeing here. And the newsletter will be out by 11. Anybody who wants to hang out on the Twitch, I'm going to go there after this, just live trade. I'm not going to be running my mouth. And then from 12 to 2 for any electronic music fans who love those rough transitions, I'll give you a set there as well. So that is all I have for you for the price action. And that is all I have for you for today's routine briefing. So please feel free to tweet at Routine Trader. That's a tweet on Twitter with your thoughts. If you're a subscriber to the email, you can also respond to that or in the comment section of this video. And if you're not a subscriber to this email or to the newsletter, what are you doing? Please get on that subscription list so that I can have the vanity metrics of more subscribers so that you can have a nice clean, what do you want to call it? A nice clean summary of what I'm looking at for the day and some nice links to this warm-up document as well as the briefing if you want to revisit anything as well. So I don't know why it took me so long to figure out the proper noun there, but it has been an intellectually stimulating morning so far, so I'm hoping that the rest of the day is the same, and that we don't just settle into some type of comfortably numb consolidation kind of in the middle of nowhere here. Again, looking at the VIX, we have to see either some type of move back above that high that it made earlier, I think, or some significant move to the downside where we can probably look for that fake break and move higher. So I said I was done with price action, but I just can't get over the VIX there, so I had to throw that in there one more time. And yeah, so I'm also happy to answer. I've already said that. All right, moving on. So if you did enjoy today's content and you can get through my scatterbrain today, please give it a like. It does help with YouTube's algorithm. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, so it's time to trade. Looking forward to tomorrow's briefing. Like I said, I think we'll have more clarity then. And hey, we may have a nice and exciting rest of the day. So cheers to you regardless, and stay classy until we talk again.